The world of Korean drama has given fans countless unforgettable stories. Tales of star-crossed lovers, tearful reunions, and quiet moments that live forever in hearts. But sometimes, reality delivers a story that even the most heartfelt K-drama can't match. That's exactly what happened when fans learned of Jung Hae In's first gift to Jung So Min after the birth of their child. A gesture so tender, so unexpected, that it left the entire fandom in tears. To understand the gravity of this moment, we need to rewind, not just a few months, but a few years. Jung Hae In, known for his soulful eyes and warm presence, first crossed paths with Jung So Min during a private industry gathering. At the time, both were rising stars. She, celebrated for her emotional depth and gentle screen presence. He, praised for his quiet charisma and the rare sincerity he brought to every role. What began as respectful conversations and shy glances blossomed, slowly and silently, into something deeper, a connection that grew away from cameras, away from noise. Though the media occasionally speculated about their closeness, neither confirmed anything. They guarded their relationship like a fragile snowflake in spring, too precious to expose. And fans respected that. There was something about the way they carried themselves that made people root for them, even without knowing the full story. Then came the announcement. Jung So Min was expecting. It wasn't through a press release or a flashy Instagram post. No, it was a soft whisper shared through close sources, quietly confirmed and deeply respected. Suddenly, fans saw their favorite stars not just as actors, but as a couple embarking on the most sacred journey of all, parenthood. The anticipation built slowly. No paparazzi shots. No interviews. Just silence. Sacred. Golden silence. Until July 2nd, when it was finally confirmed. Jung So Min had given birth to a healthy baby. The news alone was enough to send waves of emotion across fandoms. But what came next turned this moment from beautiful to unforgettable. Jung Hae In's first gift to Jung So Min after the birth was not diamonds, designer goods, or anything flashy. Instead, he chose two things, a handwritten letter and a handmade music box. That's it. But inside those two simple items was a universe of emotion. The letter, later revealed in part by a close friend of the couple, began with a sentence that stopped fans cold. "You gave me the greatest gift of my life. Now let me give you the first page of our forever." He described his fear during the birth, his awe at watching her hold their baby, and the overwhelming love he felt in that moment, not just for their child, but for her. He spoke of the sleepless nights they had anticipated, the dreams they'd whispered late at night, and how nothing in his career, no awards, no standing ovations, could ever compare to watching her become a mother. And then came the music box. Carved from aged sandalwood, sourced from a traditional workshop in Jeonju, the box played a soft, haunting melody. It was instantly familiar to longtime fans, the lullaby from One Spring Night, a drama that, while not officially their first collaboration, held deep personal meaning for both. It was the drama where, according to insiders, Jung Hae In first began to fall for her, not just as an actress, but as a woman. She had a way of listening, of seeing people without judgment. On set, even between scenes, there was a warmth between them. Subtle, unspoken, but undeniable. So the fact that the music box played that particular melody, the one tied to their first unspoken moments, wasn't just nostalgic. It was profound. Inside the lid of the box was a small engraving. "Our first melody." He didn't need to say more. That melody wasn't just a song, it was a memory. A silent promise. A seed that had grown into a life. Fans were quick to respond with raw emotion. "This is the most poetic real-life love story I've ever witnessed. I didn't think I could cry over a music box, but here we are." Jung Hae In is the kind of man they write K-dramas about. But perhaps the most touching reaction came not from fans, but from Jung So Min herself. A few days after the birth, she shared a photo, black and white, soft focus. It showed only the music box, her fingers resting on it gently, and a small foot peeking into the frame, their babies. The caption. Just 3 words. "Our forever begins." No tags. No explanations. Just raw love. Behind the scenes, those close to the couple say this gift wasn't an isolated act, it was part of who Jung Hae In is. A man deeply rooted in sentiment, who values time over money, meaning over material. During So Min's pregnancy, he reportedly journaled every day, not for himself, but for her. Small things. Her cravings. Her late-night laughs. The way she fell asleep holding her belly. That journal, we're told, is now wrapped in linen and placed next to their child's crib, a map of memories waiting to be shared. And while the couple continues to remain private, their actions speak volumes. They haven't spoken to the press, but they don't need to. In a world addicted to oversharing, their silence is the loudest love story of all. Many fans have said this story feels like the perfect ending to a drama. But those who know them best say it's just the beginning. Friends close to the couple share that Hae In has taken time off work to be a full-time father for the first few months. He reportedly wakes up for feedings, sings lullabies, and insists on being the one to change diapers, not out of obligation, but devotion. When asked why, he answered simply, "I didn't want to miss a single heartbeat." Meanwhile, So Min, though resting and healing, is said to be glowing in a way even the screen never captured. Motherhood has softened her, deepened her. And though she may not return to acting immediately, sources say she's working on a memoir, not for publication, but for her child. A book of love letters from mother to baby. Can you imagine? Together, they are crafting a life not for the spotlight, but for each other. In a world that spins too fast, they have slowed down. In a culture that often demands too much, they have chosen enough. Enough time. Enough presence. Enough love. It's no surprise, then, that fans aren't just admiring them, they're learning from them. Across social media, thousands of people have shared how this story inspired them to rethink love, to value simplicity, to see meaning in the smallest acts. Because when a man gives a music box instead of diamonds, when a woman writes lullabies instead of press releases, when love is quiet but fierce, that's when it's real. And maybe, just maybe, this isn't the end of a love story. Maybe it's the prologue to something even more beautiful. Because when Jung Hae In handed Jung So Min that small, wooden box, he wasn't just giving her a gift. He was giving her a memory, a melody, a moment that their child will one day grow up hearing about. A moment that will echo through lullabies, bedtime stories, and quiet nights filled with warmth. He gave her music. He gave her words. He gave her love in its purest, gentlest form. And the world cried with them.